Welcome to Chai Shai with Ayesha 30 Days, 30 Stories Season 1, organized by Funun Arts Group, powered by Weekend Magazine and conceptualized by our dear Shiba Khan, where we bring you 30 days, 30 stories celebrating 30 remarkable women. Hello everyone, this is your host Ayesha Sheikh. Buckle your seatbelt, inspiring stories coming your way. Alrighty, right. So we have Miss Lara and Miss Meena Kamal here. So Miss Lara Tabe, the very first question goes to you. So do you think mentors are important? And if yes, let us know the reason.
Absolutely. First of all, I want to say thank you, Ayesha, for having us on the show with you today. It is such a pleasure to be part of this incredible initiative that has been initiated by the beautiful Shiba Khan, 30 Days, 30 Stories. And to answer your question, with regards to mentors, yes, it is extremely important to have mentors. As you know, my background in hospitality and the world of television, I had mentors when I started my career. I did start my career at a very early age, and without my mentor, who in the hospitality world was my father. Because I worked for my father. He owns a chain of hotels around the world. So I worked with him for over 20 years, and he was my mentor. And without him, I could not have achieved anything that I achieved. And it was the years of experience, the knowledge, the expertise, the know-how that he had, which he shared with me, which guided me through my career journey. At the same time, the doors that he opened for me were endless. The courage he gave me. So definitely mentors are extremely important. And then moving on to the world of television, the owner of the TV station that I worked at was also my mentor, and that opened a lot of doors for me. So yes, mentorship is extremely important, and also to mentor the new generation, colleagues, anyone that needs mentoring. I think it's extremely important. So receiving mentorship and giving mentorship are extremely important.
That's a beautiful answer.
For
All
sure.
right, and I would second that as well. So Miss Meena, over to you. So what's that one mindset shift that changes everything?
First of all, again, hello, and I'm very fortunate to be here with you all, and thank you to Shiba Khan, who has organized this 30 Days, 30 Stories. When you talk about the mind shift, to me as an artist, I've come to realize and understand that profound change occurs when you stop seeking validation or approval from others and start drawing from your inner self, because this is when the true creations, when your creations, they gain true vitality.
Okay.
And this is all what I would like to
That's
say
awesome.
about that.
That's awesome. Alrighty, right. So we have Miss Lara again. So what's the best way to stay consistent on a long journey?
Absolutely. I believe in consistency. I think the best way to stay consistent is to plan your time well in advance, to be organized, disciplined, and of course, to show up and give your 200%, whether you're exhausted. You have some days where you're really tired, where you don't feel your best, but rain or shine, give it your 200%, be there, full of energy, whether it's in the world of media, which requires long hours, as we know, or whether it's in the world of hospitality, dealing with guests.
Yeah.
Just be there and be the best version of yourself. And I think that can be supported by having these rituals that one performs on a daily basis. I wake up at 5 a.m.
Awesome.
Every morning. I've got my meditations, my yoga techniques, my prayers that I start my day with. And believe me, they guide me in remaining consistent. Without those rituals, I wouldn't be so grounded, and I wouldn't be able to achieve what I achieve on a daily basis. So having those rituals definitely play a major role. That's my
I do have
advice.
the same, and I'm so glad to hear that someone else is also doing that. That's excellent.
Absolutely. Thank
All
you.
right. So Miss Meena, so which achievement do people admire the most about you, but you personally value something else more?
As a woman, I have recognized that people praise for the success, but what matters really most to me is to be able to have strength to rise again after every setback in life.
Okay.
And I think that is most important.
Absolutely. I mean, like there are low days, but then you bounce back. You know?
Yes,
Absolutely.
never
You feel
give
it
up.
and then bounce back.
Yes.
And only the strong-minded people would have such kind of a attitude, I feel.
For sure.
That's an
Exactly.
excellent answer.
Yeah.
And there is one question that is very much common for both of you, and I would like you both to answer, and it would be similar here. So, what is that one message you would like to give it to the world, especially to the ones who are struggling?
Now, here as a lawyer, with the experience of my being a lawyer, I would want to tell and give a very crucial message to all the people who are struggling that you should have you are the narrative of your own story and your own experiences, and your narrative, your own story and experiences are your greatest power.
Yeah.
You should embrace all this with wholeheartedness.
Yeah.
And in Japanese art, there is a technique which is called golden joinery, where the porcelain bowls are broken and they are fixed with Japanese lacquer and then brushed with gold dust. And to give a beautiful, again the form of the bowl, which is much more beautiful than before and much more precious than before. In the same manner, I feel that when we are going through different experiences, we all have different experiences, like these broken bowls or crockery when it is broken, because some may break in a large piece or small piece. And so we should stay intact with our strength, and we should come out much more powerful than before.
Awesome.
What a beautiful answer and what a beautiful comparison. I love it.
Yes, Ms. Lara, over to you.
Your struggles, well, our struggles, everybody's struggles, they do not define your future story. Struggles are part of the growth process. I truly believe in that. Without our struggles, we wouldn't be the resilient people that we are today, who have a voice, who are empathetic. So I think it's important to go through those struggles and obstacles, but to rise from them and to learn from them. Whether it was in the hospitality industry, which I always go back to, I was living in a world that was beyond my dreams, and it was quite intimidating at times, and I did feel invisible at times as well. And it was moving on to the world of television. I mean, we're looking at 16-hour productions, long days, which can be quite exhausting. I received many no's more than yeses at that time. But I never let those struggles stand in my way or stop me from achieving whatever it is that I wanted to achieve. And when you have a passion, I think it makes that journey even more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
So the struggles that we face make us who we are today. And I think without them, I'm actually grateful to them, because without them, we wouldn't be who we are today.
Absolutely.
I
And
hope that answers the question.
Yes, and I was telling this to someone that, I'm glad that I went through that. Only then I could cherish what I got later. Success,
Absolutely.
you only feel it when you have gone through your downs. Yeah?
Yes.
So that was beautiful answer, girls. And
Thank
it was
you.
my pleasure having you both on board.
Thank
and
you.
I'm hoping to see you on third as well, inshallah. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
We'll wrap it up
Chai
here.
Shai, Ayesha.
All right. So we have Miss Professor Iman and Lubna here. So are you girls ready?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Ready to rock.
Awesome. So Professor Iman, your very first question. Do you believe in following passion, or is it building along the way?
I believe it is built along the way, because passions grow with each experience, especially if we commit ourselves to learning, engaging fully in every step, sometimes leading even to unaccepted opportunities or new passions that you never knew existed.
Absolutely. I love that. And I was expecting the same answer. Okay, Lubna, this is the one for you. So was there any childhood memory that shaped the person you are today?
I think, yes, there is. So I vividly remember from my childhood, I was too little at that time, the funeral of my grandfather.
Okay.
He was a Padma Shri awardee, it's the highest civilian honor in India. And the amount of crowd I have seen in his funeral to pay respects,
Wow.
that changed something in me. Of course, I was too little at that time, but while growing up, it made me realize that, you know what, it's not in the titles, it's not in the wealth you have created, it's the kind of lives you have touched.
Yes.
And those who are ready to say you goodbye when your time comes, that is what matters.
Absolutely.
So, and that's the memory which stayed with me. And of course, one from my childhood is from my school, Friday prayers. It used to be a long assembly, but then it was like, you know, one prayer of each religion was being said,
Okay.
and that created an impact where there is diversity, where there is inclusivity, where there is respect, and in the end to create a human being.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm really, really grateful for the teachers, the school, and the family who instilled those very rare qualities which are very difficult nowadays. What's happening in the world, we can see it's a rare quality now.
It is.
But I'm super proud that I'm in a place which I call my second home, UAE, where these qualities were always there.
Yeah.
So you can resonate with it.
Absolutely.
So I think these two things just put me very grounded, and these are the memories which stayed with me and shaped me the person I am today.
Superb. So, Professor Iman, what's one value that guides all your decisions?
Just one value.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You
if
can
I'm-
mention two if there are, but one is what I'm looking
Okay,
at.
if I'm picking one value, for me it will be courage. Because it allows me to take risk, and I'm a risk taker. It allows me to stay true to what I believe in, and to keep pushing forward.
That's cool.
Especially when the path is still not yet clear. As I said, sometimes you will follow a certain passion, then along the way, over challenges, you discover maybe you doesn't fit for it. For example, I wanted to be a doctor, to help people through healthcare. Then along all these challenges in life, I discovered technology and learning design, which also help people in different ways. And especially when I discovered that I can't stand blood, I cannot see blood, so I cannot be a doctor myself. So I believe, courage is what keep me keep pushing forward, inshallah, into achieving my true purpose.
That's cool. All right. So, Lubna over here, what keeps you inspired every single day?
You know, every single day when I get up, what keeps me moving, what keeps me inspired is that my line of work, the very fact I know it touches lives.
Okay.
That keeps me motivated and moving. So whether to create opportunities for professionals, whether to create a patient care system for patients, or to create an infrastructure system for healthcare to make it more stronger. I mean, you learn along the way, you learn the resilience, resilience comes from the patients. Spirit of never giving up comes from your team.
Yes.
So that keeps you inspired along the way, and the very fact again that, you know, that each day you rise, you inspire, and if you can create a legacy of impact and positivity, I mean, that's something which keeps me going every single day. That I know the very fact that if I'm going to do everything right today, it's going to change one life, and that's more than enough for me.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, so here we go to the common question. Okay. What is that one message you wish to give out to the world, especially to the ones who are struggling?
Key message would be to focus in progress,
Okay.
not in perfection. Because even the smallest steps, it creates momentum. And over time, those steps will add up and move you closer to your true purpose. And since you mentioned struggles, like still struggles do not define us or should not define us. Maybe refine us, maybe refines our method, our way, but not defining how we are, and just take challenges as turning point into achieving your goal, whatever that goal is. But hopefully, again, helping people, changing the world into the one we really want to live in, and young generation and coming generation to live in, inshallah.
Super. Yes, Lubna.
So my message would be definitely, first of all, remove this word from your life as struggles, reterm it as challenges, because it is half the game won, because it's all about your mindset.
Yeah.
Challenges can be overcome, and don't give up, because anyways in that situation you don't have an option to give up, so you better don't give up.
Yeah.
And courage, and I agree with Professor Iman that courage is not the absence of fear. It's like, you know, how many times life put you down, you get up and move on further and forwards and upwards and onwards. And for me, and especially for women, I always say that, God has already given you your message. All that you have is not the stretch marks, it's the stripes of the tigress. So roar loud and roar proud.
I love that. That's amazing. All right, girls, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so we have Sadika Kebi and Gosum Datta over here. So, very first question to you, Sadika. So, who inspired you today? Or inspires you today? Anything?
What inspires me is the universe wonders. Whether it's a newborn, a mother's love, a father's care, a person's growth, and even nature. A few days back, we had the blood moon, and everybody was like, there was this fear because it comes out of the myth in people's heads that this brings omens. On the contrary, for me, it is a rebirth.
Okay.
I mean, if you reflect on your inner world or inner universe, sometimes we have those shadows that cover our souls. But when we start growing and having this wisdom, this shadow clears up and you have light and you start emitting light to the universe. So always I have this inspiration coming from humans and from the nature around us.
That's awesome. Yes, over to you. So, what do you believe more or value more, the process or the outcome?
Karmarne matika raste ma phaleshu kadachana. This is from our holy scriptures, that you do your duty, you do the needful, and the superpower will always give you the results of it. And we should not look for the result first before doing our duties. So process has its own value. Without process, how can we be here?
Yeah.
Like that. I have two examples. We saw the seed and we have to give water it, and we don't have to keep on digging it and looking at it that it has given or not. No, we have to wait and it will flourish. It will come like a plant and the seedling. Second example, very big example is in front of us, Funun sisters. How they have started long back. Slowly they started, but with religions, religiously, they are putting their efforts, their thoughts, their means, and whatever possible, they brought it together. And today we are here with Funun sisters.
Yes.
So these are the results. Results will come, but you have to focus on the process and enjoy the process.
Absolutely lovely answers, and I love the way you girls are so spiritual as well. Over to you. Do you believe failures are stepping stones or roadblocks?
Well, let me share something with you as a personal journey. I'm also a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, and you learn that words have power. So the word failure, I completely removed it from my dictionary. It's a learning process. So, and I call it falling forward. And physically, when we trip on something, we fall on our faces. So already we have made that huge step. But the most important thing is to reflect.
Yeah.
So when we fall forward, it's very also important to release the negative emotions. Because if you don't release those and you bottle up, it's going to explode at some point. So when you fall forward, give yourself 3 days max to vent, to be angry, to be sad, whatever. And then start this reflection, reframe your thoughts, redesign your project, and rehearse and implement whatever you came up with.
Wow. That's awesome.
That was awesome.
Okay, over to you. So, how do you silence self-doubt? Very important question.
Self-doubt. In this busy life and creativities, number of times you feel self-doubt, whether I will be able to complete this or not,
Yeah.
whether I'll be able to reach this destination. I can think of, like I am doing my painting. I start doing it, and in the halfway, I say, no, this is not looking nice. This is not coming good. Then I start to change it. But if you sit back for 2 days, 3 days, and then you feel, no, this is fine. And you can improve it also. Second thing is, once I'm driving on the road and there is a lot of fog, it's a dense fog. We feel scared, we feel doubtful whether I will reach my destination or not. But if you think about the 10 meters, 20 meters, whatever the road we are visible, slow down and take the path, and slowly, slowly you will reach the destination.
Amazing.
Wow, that was beautifully answered with good examples, both of you. I love this talk. Well, moving on to the very common questions that we have, it's about a message. So what is that one message you wish to give out to the world, especially to all those who are struggling?
Well, I would start with the motto that I believe in, and it's be you to become the human you were created to be.
Okay.
And as long as you're struggling, this is something very positive. That means you're alive.
Okay.
And I always compare these ups and downs, whether you're on the top or at the bottom, to our heartbeats on the monitor. So whenever we are measuring our heartbeats, it's that up and down. This is like a journey, life's journey. So you're alive. This means you're alive. Imagine yourself living this straight line, which is death, from the crib to the grave.
I mean, like, that would be boring, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And there will be no growth whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Because growth happens after the struggle. I mean, when you are in the mess, you don't notice, and you are like, why is this happening to me? Why me, out of all people?
Yeah.
But later on, when you look back and you put the dots together, the picture becomes clear, and you say, I needed to be here to become who I am today.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel the same about it.
Yeah.
Yes, over to you.
I would like to tell everybody, if you feel you are a winner, you are a winner. You might face some small obstacles. You may face mountains of struggles, mountains of obstacles. But if you feel you can win it, you can win it. As she said, life is same like a heartbeat, ups and downs. We cannot feel that, okay, this project was not successful, I should sit back. No, try again, and try again.
Not to
and
give
you
up.
will be winner, not to give up.
Absolutely.
Be kind and be respectful to the universe, not to one or two. But if you are kind and you are respectful to your universe, you will get it.
Absolutely. And it was such a pleasure talking to you both.
Thank you so much
And I
for
could
having us.
resonate a lot from your words, and I'm so glad that I got an opportunity to hear from you as well. Alrighty, right. So we've got Tasneem and Monia with us. So are you ready for the questions?
Yes.
Absolutely. Tasneem, over to you. So do you rely more on discipline or motivation?
I think discipline is very important, because without discipline there's no consistency.
Absolutely.
And for motivation you have to be consistent, and it gives you a different sort of energy to be able to motivate yourself. Discipline is the key factor.
That's awesome. I believe in that as well. So Monia, over to you. So did criticism ever affect your confidence? If yes, how did you overcome it?
Actually, no, because as an artist, I always keep in mind that when I display a painting is not mine anymore, because anyone is free to interpret it in its own way, according to the education, the environment he grew up into. So plus, I think when you have an open mind, you take meaningful criticism in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so clearing it out and filtering the criticism is also the key thing. So brilliant answer. So Tasneem, over to you. What's the most valuable lesson you learned from a setback?
From a setback, I think when you go through a setback in life, it's always good to remember to stay humble about it. Humility is where the ground lies. Rumi said that to us, and if we take a message from that, we understand that a setback is a temporary thing. It's not there that it's not something that's going to be there forever. A challenge will come, we go through the challenge, but in that challenge we learn patience, perseverance, and this is what gives us the power and the empowerment to keep going.
Awesome. I love that. All right. So, Monia, over to you. If you could relive one achievement, which one would it be?
Actually, my biggest achievement is achieving my first painting for my first exhibition.
Okay.
So I had like 1 month to do it, a deadline, and it was so complicated one. I had to finish it in time. I had to paint 36 hours in a row.
Wow.
Without doing anything else. So yeah, I felt so many different kind of emotions while doing it. But when I finished it, I was so proud of it, and it was so great to go out from my comfort zone and feel like, yeah, I can do it.
You can do it. So you want to relive that moment once again. Amazing, mashallah. So one common question for both of you, which remains, it's about the message. So what is that one message you wish to give out to the world, and especially to all those who are struggling out there?
Yes. The most important thing is to just keep going. Don't believe that you are there to do the bare minimum, because the bare minimum is never enough. Always push yourself to do more than the bare minimum, because there's a light inside of us that we carry. We just don't know it yet until we start doing something and you find that light from within, and just keep going. That's it.
Amazing. Keep going. This is very much common what I've heard today. Yes.
Actually, for me, whatever your mission is in your life, it's important to put your heart in whatever you are doing. And for me, it's really a game changer. Putting your heart in whatever you are doing, it's really a way of life.
Absolutely. Because just for the sake of doing, you cannot just do it for a long time. So passion is required to do whatever you need. Amazing answer, girls. It was such a delightful moment with y'all sitting here with two positive, vibrant souls, mashallah. All right, so we have Malak and Mehreen with us today. Are you ready, girls?
Yes.
Okay. The first question to you, Malak. So, do you believe work-life balance is possible for achievers?
Yep, I think it's possible, but it doesn't have to be like 100% perfect because we are human, right? Sometimes I need to recharge, right? So I disappear and then recharge and then go back stronger. So yeah, it's possible, but it doesn't have to be 100% perfect.
Okay, cool. Yes, Mehreen, over to you. So, what's the one achievement that your younger self would be most proud of?
I'm proud of working in Saudi at the time when ladies were not allowed to work. So there was only one company which was hiring, and I was a part of it. So that made me proud, and that made the others also proud to see an Indian working in a Saudi company at the time where ladies were not allowed to work in companies. So that was the greatest achievement of my younger days.
And how about now, the achievement now, so that your younger self, younger Mehreen will be proud, oh my God, this Mehreen did so much.
Now it's all about running my restaurant, surviving since COVID in a very competitive field, of course. And I'm proud to bring it to this position that I'm here today. So I'm proud of it.
Alhamdulillah. Over to you, Malak. So what's the first thing a person should do when chasing a dream?
I think it's believing, because believing means why, and once you will be clear about what you want to achieve, then you will the how to achieve the dream will become much easier. So yeah, believing is the most important.
Absolutely right. All right, Mehreen, over to you. So do you believe motivation is constant or something you build daily?
Yes, absolutely. I believe motivation is constant, because when you're focused on one goal, then every day you get up with the same focus and you are already motivated. So I feel when you are on the right path to your goal, then you're already motivated.
Okay, awesome. So this question is for both of you. So what is that one message you wish to give out to the world, especially to all the ones who are struggling?
I would say that don't quit. If you're tired, you stop, you take a long breath, you rest, you find some solutions, but keep going. Because once you stop, that that will not take you ahead. So you have to keep walking and solving your problems, but don't quit.
Don't quit. Awesome. How about you, Malak?
I really have had these moments where I felt stuck, but then I realized that struggles doesn't last forever, so you have to keep pushing yourself, even if it's slowly, and even if it gets heavy, you have to keep pushing yourself. So don't give up, because life will always open new doors, right?
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It's like, you go, girl. All righty, right. So thank you so much, girls, for your lovely messages and lovely answers. Thank you so much for watching 30 Days, 30 Stories Season 1 in association with Chai Shai with Ayesha, organized by Funun Arts Group, powered by Weekend Magazine and conceptualized by our dear Shiba Khan. By the way, don't forget to watch the other 2 parts. Stay connected for Season 2.